What the Vegas?
Yes, what the Vegas indeed. You never know what you're going to see in Vegas, and this zombie bus is just yet another example. How about hopping in with this guy? He looks friendly. Maybe you want to get in with the rest of the zombies and take a tour of the Las Vegas Strip. I don't think so. So which is more creepy, the zombie bus or Circus Circus? I don't know. Here's the Twilight Zone, which is in the bottom of the horseshoe. If you just walk through the horseshoe, you might just see the Twilight Zone, bowling alley, and mini golf area. It is trippy, let me tell you. Look, you got all sorts of carnival-like games, and here are the glow-in-the-dark golf courses. Everybody having a good time, but what the Vegas? Who knew this was in the horseshoe? If you walked by it and didn't look, you would have missed it in a heartbeat. So, always something new to see in Vegas, and certainly this guy knows all about scaring people. Here's another scary vibe coming from the Chris and Ginger Vegas compound. This was last Halloween, and you just never know what you're going to see in Vegas on Halloween. So we have planes flying overhead with blown out engines, flames coming out the side, and then we just have random grassland fires that just take over the whole Vegas area. What, is that anything to laugh about? Apparently this guy thinks so. But the giant eyeball sees everything at the Sphere, including this creepy smile at Circus Circus. Ew, what is that all about? And how about some lights covered up on the Circus Circus signs? But look at the gorgeous desserts they give you. Way too much. What the Vegas? Well, speaking of what the Vegas, we get these dust devils that just pop up out of nowhere. And they wreak a lot of havoc. Check out this thing. It looks like a tornado in the desert, and it's just blowing away stuff in the houses. And then you drive by and see a random Batmobile at this place. I drove by this compound and was just blown away. What the Vegas is going on in this backyard? How is this even legal? How is this even zoned for this kind of accumulation of stuff? Have they ever heard of an HOA? It doesn't look like it. It looks like a kind of a normal house at ground level, sort of. And then you look up, and you've got all this Greek kind of construction with these incredible artifacts, including the Batmobile from the 60s. This thing is legit, and it's just randomly parked in the driveway. No big deal. I used to watch that when I was a kid. And then right next to it, it's just a giant space shuttle replica, just right here, just, sitting in the front yard, because that's what people and all the neighbors want to see, is a giant space shuttle in the front yard. And there's a Mount Rushmore statue thing and some random little car. But this place is just so what is that guy? What the Vegas is that? What the Vegas are these guys up on the roof? I just don't get it. Weirdest weird. And let's put our street address with a giant dragon over the front. That's inviting. That says, hey, come visit us. And look at this space shuttle from behind. It's just unbelievable. And as you peer over the top of the fence, you get to see this gigantic T-Rex just frightening the children of the neighborhood day in and day out. And you come around the corner, and as if the T-Rex isn't enough to behold, suddenly you see a giant hand from that looks like the Statue of Liberty. What? How do they do that? And is that the Disneyland people mover carts going through the up on the top of the rooftop? This is the weirdest thing ever. What the Vegas? And if you ever wanted to see the great series of Stranger Things, the Vegas Strip, just down from the MGM, has an entire space devoted to Stranger Things. It is authentic. It has the exact furniture, the exact lettering on the walls and the lights, and You can see Demogorgons, and you can see the original arcade that they all played in the series. And then you've got, oh my gosh, there's Vecna. Nobody likes you, Vecna. You just cause more trouble. I'm gonna punch you right in the jaw. Oh. Anyway, it's really something you could check out, you guys. Go see what Stranger Things is all about on the strip. It's really, really cool. So yeah, What the Vegas? These two are gonna get the heck out of there. Ride their bikes to freedom, to safety. Please like and subscribe. What the Vegas?